Good morning again, guys. Another couple of minutes, 1 or 2 minutes for others to join in, and then we'll start. Okay, for those who have already joined, uh, did you guys visit the Google Classroom? Did you guys try accessing that? Okay. I think there was an issue or access problem in terms of the attendance marking link. I have made it available for all of you guys. Please log in now in your Google Classroom and give your attendance. Mark your attendance right now and then confirm. Please do that right away. As we are on the class, don't leave the class. I have given the access. There was a problem in terms of permission that I have restricted the access yesterday. Today I have opened it for all of you guys. Access your Google Classroom and give your attendance for today. Please do that right now. Access Google Classroom right now and give your attendance for today. Please. Okay, for those who joined just now, please log into your Google Classroom. I have given access to marking your attendance there. Yesterday, I think there was permission issue where I have not given permission to all of you. Today, I have opened it for everyone. So, log into your Google Classroom, mark your attendance. Please do that right away. And that doesn't mean you can mark your attendance and leave, You'll have to stay for the entire course of 3 or 30 minutes every day. I hope you understand that.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Karthik. Yeah. Yesterday's class we had to attend. Mark as present or today? Sir told to put today's date. Also, like within 2 days. Yeah, today's date we have to attend. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Guys, your voice is not audible. Sashi, you're saying something?
Yeah, I'm asking about whether I have to mark the present for yesterday's or today.
Sorry, repeat again, please.
Shall I mark the present for today's date or yesterday's?
Today's date, da.
Yesterday's class I marked. Okay, okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Sashi, what is the error that you're facing there? You sent a message
Where I send the message?
in in the chat, I think. Sorry, it's not you.
In the
Sai Prakash Reddy.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sai
It will
Prakash,
not opening.
what is the error that you're getting?
It will not opening, sir.
Okay. We'll try. Can you try later?
Yes,
Give
sir.
it some time. All right. Let's proceed with today's class. How many of you are yet to upload the resume in Google Classroom?
Sir, you are asking me to send the resume to your mail ID, so I have send it to your mail ID.
Okay. Those who have sent it to my mail ID, thank you anyways. But it will be fruitful for both of us to have the resume in Google Classroom as well. So why don't you upload it there as well, please?
Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sir. We will upload.
Okay. All right. To start with, we'll continue from where we left yesterday regarding resume writing. Is there anything that you would like to add or any clarifications after you finished your resume? Anything that popped into your head you thought you wanted to ask me?
Vamsi, Chepo.
So, nothing. Pooja,
Yes, sir.
right. Did you upload your resume?
Yes, sir. By yesterday, around 5 o'clock, I have uploaded.
Awesome. Did you find any clarifications that came to your head after you started working on it? Any questions?
Clear about writing the resume before and after you.
Awesome. That's awesome. In case if there is any trouble popping up, there are many people who wrote to me asking about the objective part. There was one person who was clarifying if they can write objective in a particular way, which is the objective mentioned was towards the interview but not after the interview. But then when you submit your resume, your objective should not be about facing the interview. Your objective must always be about after the interview. After you, let's say, after you join the organization, then what is your objective? That's what you will have to mention in the resume, not the objective to get a job. So that is something which all of us need to be very clear about. So don't write to get a placement, to join an organization. That is not an objective that you would like to put in a resume. It has to be about what you want to achieve after you join. So that is the objective that you will mention in your resume. That is one. And then there were questions related to uh, usage of software, some software, resume development software, resume writing softwares to come up with a resume. That's absolutely fine. Nobody is going to know you have used a software at the end of the day. It doesn't matter also. At the end of the day, when you provide your resume, it has to be spot free, spotless, error free, properly formatted, well, well fine tuned and looked out for errors, but particularly very professional. So that is something which is the key here. You can use the age old typing. You can use the newest of softwares. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want to, but just ensure you go through your resume more than 5 times before submitting, anywhere, because a single mistake that didn't capture our attention might capture the attention of the interviewer. So that is something which you need to be very wary of. So just be cautious about that particular aspect. Right. This is ECEB, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Anyone from other classes joined here? BME students here? ECEA? Okay. All right. How many of you are aware of this concept called group discussion, man? Any idea about it? We have seen that in our classes. I hope all of you have given a shot at a group discussion at some point in your life. Um, so it is absolutely vital for us to understand the basics of group discussion and then proceed. Um, See, group discussion is a way for interviewers to find out if you are good at 3 or 4 categories of criterias of soft skill, or anything for that matter. There are like many things that they will deduct from the way you conduct yourself in a group discussion. One is related to communication. The other one related to non-verbal communication, interpersonal communication. So your involvement, participation, um, are you volunteering yourselves? So these are the aspects of group discussions that will be noted during the conduct of one. So my question here is, how many of you are ready to have a group discussion? Um, let's say if there is a topic that is provided to you right now, how do you go about it? I'm sure this was covered in PC. Can anyone answer? Once you receive a topic, what is the first thing you'll do? Yes, Karthik.
Thinking, sir.
Sorry?
I'm thinking, sir.
Okay. Is there a process for your thinking? Is there a way to think?
I am thinking from my experience.
Okay.
First, one of the people in the icebreaker. Yeah, there should be someone called the icebreaker. They start off the topic by giving
Oh,
an introduction.
right?
Yeah, and then everyone else talks one by one.
Okay, right. What else?
Then one includes and summarizes it.
Okay.
That's all.
So, my question is particularly related to a topic that is provided. How will you go about it? What can be done about a topic that is provided? How can you think about points? There is a small idea or a process that you can involve yourself in. Yes, Emma.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
While choosing a topic, we have to divide into subtopics
Right.
so that we get many points in that.
Awesome. So, for example, all of you have a fan above you right now. Imagine fan is a topic for you, right? You don't have to answer me. Just think about it. If you have to talk about fan anywhere, it could be public speaking or in a group discussion. Once you are given a topic, just try and look at subtopics. Let's say fan is an example. So you have the wings, you have the motor, you have electricity, you have the model of the fan, you have the brand, you have the color, the design, when was it bought, is it working, how many times it was repaired. See, that's what I'm saying. When there is a topic that is provided, divide that into subtopics. Divide that into many, many, many layers of topics, so that you can easily come up with 3 or 4 points, which is more than sufficient for you to finish your GD. So that's what you will do. Public speaking, maybe you will need a few more points, but we are talking about group discussion, so please try and divide your topic into subtopics. Um, I will be providing you with few topics of my choice, and then you can select one from that. We need to divide the class into maybe 6 or 7 groups, a group of 10, group of 8, and then we will have to record our group discussion and upload it in Google Classroom. So this is something which we will start, I think maybe from tomorrow. We'll have to find a common time where each group can log in and then do their group discussion. I will also join in anyways. One of the group members have to record the group discussion, both um, video as well as the audio. It has to be uploaded in Classroom, Google Classroom. Sorry, okay. Coming back to group discussion. So, topic, you divide the topics into subtopics, and then how do you start talking? Do you wait for your turn or you jump in? How do you go about it? That is one question that we need to answer. So, let's say you have few points that comes to your top of your mind. You want to discuss that, but then there is already someone else who is talking. What is that we will do right now? You're waiting for your turn. There are few very good points that you think you have. Someone else is talking. How will you go about it? Do we wait or you'll jump in and then start talking? Anyone? Anil,
Sir, we will jump and we will start talking, sir.
you'll jump in while the other person is talking.
Yes, sir, because no one will give opportunity to start yourself, so we should
Okay.
grab the opportunity.
Nitish, I understand your point, but then I need to clarification. When I say jump in, you're saying you will start talking or you'll raise your hand.
Yeah, I will raise our hands.
Right. See, that's the difference. When I say jump in, I was meaning that you will start talking. That is a no, strict no. When someone else is talking in a group discussion, your listening skill is also being assessed. When someone else is talking and you start talking along with them, not giving enough space for them, that means your listening ability is being a problematic area. So you will have to showcase. You will also have to barge in and talk about the points that you have in mind. But then you will have to ensure that you use a subtle technique to bargain. So you will raise your hand, you will go like this, just some kind of body language that you do, so that the person who's mediating your moderating your group discussion gets your attention and points at you, gives you an opportunity. That's what you will do. What you don't do is hide behind others and not even participate. That is again a strict no. You will have to somehow end up participating. It is absolutely vital. The reason why I'm saying this is we have seen many group discussions where there'll be what you call floaters. We call them floaters. They just float and they don't even raise their voice. They don't even raise their hand. They don't even come up with anything. They'll just float with the time and then they finish it up without even uttering a word. We don't want that. And yes, content is absolutely important, but not as important as your involvement, your participation. So even if you don't have much of points to discuss, you can listen to others and then maybe at least agree to them. You can just say, hey, yes, I agree to Mr. Satish here. His point regarding this is exactly what I also think. But then, yeah, you can add a little bit of layer there. You can say, I will add one point to it. That's it. You can finish it off. So the reason why I'm saying this is when you wait for your turn, and there are like 3 or 4 people who have already spoken all your points, then you are in trouble because you don't have any new points to add. In that scenario, please try to add on a little bit to the point that is already spoken. But then you will have to construct your sentence in a way that you are confident. You just don't repeat exactly the words that the other person has used. Change the sentence pattern. Even though it is the same content, the sentence can be different. The words used can be different with the same meaning as well. That is your chance of getting through group discussion if all your points are already taken. In terms of how do you behave, don't get distracted. Don't get involved in your own thought process. Of course, yes, you have to think about what you have to speak and all those things. But then at the same time, you'll have to be present. You'll have to multitask. You'll have to think also. At the same time, you'll have to listen to what others are talking. Only then you will be able to help yourself when there is a need, when your time comes. And my tip for you is go first, because even if you don't have much of points, going first means you have already volunteered. So then it is up to others to impress the moderator. So please go first. Try and put your points forth. The other aspect in terms of group discussion is speaking to or speaking so against, for or against. So when you are talking, when you think about a particular topic, you may end up having lot of points for either against or for, right? So you are stuck with one aspect of it. Many group discussions, they will just twist it. Halfway through, they will say now these people will talk for and these people will talk against. So you will have to speak both for and against at some point in a group discussion. How will you go about it? How will you go about it? You don't believe in a particular point, but then you still have to speak. So that's where your ability, they are this is where they are testing your selling abilities, selling skills, sales skills, where even if you don't believe in a company's product, how will you talk about it? Are you going to convince the person at the end of the other line, other sitting in the opposite panel? How will you convince them? It's a convincing ability, negotiation ability. These are the skills that will be tested. That is the only reason they're going to ask you to speak both for and against. So you will have to be prepared for that as well. So if I am going for a group discussion, what I will do is I will list out basic topics in my head, some related to current affairs. Current affairs, all of you I think know now what is current affairs, the meaning of current affairs. what's going on around you locally as well as internationally. So think about few topics, have some points for that. So what else you can do? You can also think about the latest technological advances in the field. You can also think about the industry where that particular organization is coming from. These these are the areas where the topics might come. I'm not saying will, might, possible. So you will have to prepare yourself with such topics. Maybe you won't get the exact topic, but maybe you'll get a topic which touches upon closely to these topics. So it is preparation that's absolutely key in terms of getting your content ready, and your content will bring out your confidence a lot. Once you are confident, once you are there, once you get a topic of the topic, once you get a topic which is something which you have already prepared, I believe you will be in a better position than when you are not unprepared. So please go prepared. People say for interviews you'll have to get some idea, knowledge about the company or the industry, but I would say that applies even for group discussion. So it's always better to be prepared overall aspect. So this is going to help you. Group discussion is something which we will have to participate. There is no way putting ourselves at the back burner, staying back without volunteering. Group discussion will not work. So starting tomorrow, maybe we'll have the group discussions, and the class we will have to divide, as I said, into 8 to 10 per group. We'll divide them, and then I will give topics. You can start discussing. We need to record. So that's the plan for the next week or so. Every day we will have one or two, maybe 2 or 3 schedule for group discussions. First thing, we'll have to divide the classroom into teams. I'm not sure how we are going to do it online. Maybe I will send a list of students belonging to a particular batch. I'll try and do that, or else you can come up with a batch yourself. That's up to you. But then we'll start that. Any clarifications or anything that you would like to add in terms of group discussion? Anything that we failed to discuss? Guys, you there? Harita, you're silent today.
Morning, sir. Here only.
Right. Any questions? Any clarifications? Anything to add on?
So, what will we do if we don't have any knowledge about the given topic or?
Exactly the point. The first point that we discussed is divide this topic into various smaller ones, subtopics. There is always a possibility that you will end up having a topic where you don't know anything about that. So what you do is, you can talk about, you can wait for others to talk in the first place. When others come up with some points, you can actually ask questions about that, because you don't know about it. You are genuine about your answers, you are genuine about what you're saying. So you can actually stand up and then ask the person who started talking about this topic, ask them couple of questions. It's absolutely fine. You don't even have to worry about what's going to happen at the end of the day. But then that's the best you can do without talking. I don't know the topic, so I don't talk. I'll keep my mouth shut. That is the last thing that you will do. So you can ask questions. You can ask the person who knows about it. You can ask, how did you learn about it? Where did you learn about this topic? What do you do to learn about this topic? Because I would do that, right? So that is one option. The other thing is, divide the topic into subtopics. Try and do that. If you don't know the words itself, let's say you don't have the knowledge about the content about the topic is different, but then you don't understand the topic itself, then that is fair for you to ask the person who is giving the topic. Ask them to explain the topic, right? So you can actually do that. Even that is absolutely a good thing. when you don't know anything about a particular topic, and if you can have the guts to stand up and ask, sorry, I have no clue what you're asking, this topic is beyond me, can you explain about this topic, and then I'll try and gather my thought process. You can say this sentence and you can get the attention of the moderator. That's the best thing.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. See, it's a confidence. It's a body language that you project. You can't be projecting your low point in terms of confidence. You'll have to be confident when you're saying I don't know. That's the point. Anyone else? Anything that you would like to add? Nandakumar. Jaya Nandakumar. Mr. Jaya Nandakumar? Not here. Jyotika? Can you guys unmute and say yes, please? Joy Pravina. Are you guys not hearing me? Joy Pravina. Karthikeyan, yes. Yeah, Joy Pravina, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. I'm just wondering if you guys are able to hear me. Karthikeyan, yes. Karunya SJ. Alright, we'll see what we can do about that. Again, I'm repeating about the attendance. Please log into your Google Classroom. I have given the access. I think yesterday we all faced an issue in terms of permission, but I have opened it for everyone, given access to everyone. So please log in to Google Classroom and mark your attendance. You do it every day, and you mark your attendance for today. When you log in today, not for yesterday. All right, mark your attendance for today, please. Anything else? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you.
So the group discussion assignment we are going to have it tomorrow, sir.
Sorry? Group discussion, yes. Starting tomorrow, we will have one or two groups every day.
Okay, sir. When are you going to choose the groups?
That will decide. It's our choice. We'll have to look at other courses that you are taking, the students are taking, and then we'll do it when everyone's free. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. I have marked it 1 a.m. with yesterday's date. Then you'll have to mark it tomorrow. Jay, how long should we talk, sir? Can we keep talking or give time for others? Of course, you should give time for others. You can't keep talking continuously. So you'll have to ensure that you give your point crisp, short, and then let others speak as well. Hemavati, thank you for your question. Mark your attendance in Google Classroom and then leave. Thank you. Mark your attendance for today. If there is a problem in terms of accessing, let me know. Thanks, guys.